out to 100 yards.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about one seriously badass flashlight. As you guys know, over the years I've become a flashlight nerd. I've just been really infatuated with high-tech flashlights, and if you're into flashlights, now is one of the most exciting times to be into flashlights because the technology has just moved so fast just over the last 4 years. So what we have on the table here is a brand new flashlight that I got from the guys at Thrunite. This is one of their most powerful flashlights they make. This is the TN40S. And before we open this up and look at it, let me talk about what I have on the table here just so we can kind of set up the conversation. This is a search and rescue flashlight and kind of a survival flashlight too in some aspects. And what I have on the table here are some survival tools. This is a project that I've been working on for the last, I don't know, 6 months. It's been on the back burner, but I'm going to be ramping up more work on this project. This is a survival shotgun slash scavenger shotgun, and it's a H&R Topper 88 single shot break action 12 gauge shotgun. And I'll be getting some gauge adapters for this, and what that'll do is allow me to shoot pretty much any of the popular handgun cartridges out there that I may come across in a survival situation. If I have a pocket full of random bullets, I should be able to shoot most of those calibers through this shotgun, which is kind of nice. Not so much for a fighting, defensive shotgun, but more so for just putting food on the table on a daily basis. So if you see a squirrel, a pigeon, a snake, whatever, a rabbit, you could throw in whatever bullets are in your pocket, and you can shoot that animal. And then having a good survival knife. This is a very rare knife that I just happen to have on hand. It's a Buck Knives and Tops Knives collaboration knife. It's called the CSAR-T, or Combat Search and Rescue Tool. I don't know if you guys can see the letters right there. And this is just a cool collector knife that I picked up a long time ago. And it's got a glass breaker on the bottom there. You can probably crush some skulls if you had to as well. Web cutter, a tool bit holder right there, and I don't even know what these slots are for. Probably for doing something with wires, I guess. But it's a pretty cool little survival knife, and it's a folder too, so it's compact. And then, of course, you have to have a good flashlight. This is my Thrunite Mini TN30 2016 model, and this is one of the first mega throwers that I ever picked up. This one's a fantastic search and rescue flashlight. It has incredible spill or flood when you're trying to light up a football field size area. This is a beast. This thing is so awesome. It puts out 3,660 lumens. Even though it's not meant to throw a long distance, the way it's designed with the shallow LEDs in there, it'll still throw out to 349 yards. So this thing is a beast for sure. And it's still a compact package, even though it's about the size of a soda can. But this is a badass flashlight in its own right. But it only has 3 LEDs versus the beast that's in this box here that we're going to talk about right now. All right, so let's open up the box and show you what's in here. This beast right here. Look at this. This is the Thrunite TN40S model. So this is the biggest and baddest flashlight that Thrunite makes, as far as I know at the time I'm filming this video. And it is a monster. This thing pumps out 4,450 lumens, which is pretty incredible. This one pumps out 3,660. This is 4,450 lumens. So you're getting a big jump in performance here. And it throws that light out to 1,258 yards. That is phenomenal. I mean, 1,258 yards is pretty nuts. Now this thing is huge, and it does not come with a holster. It's just too big to be carried on the hip. But it does come with a sling. Believe it or not, it actually has a sling like a rifle. And you just put the front part of the sling into the holes right there, just like that. You just squeeze it together and put it in the holes. And then you take the back part And you could clip it onto the back of the light like this if you wanted to. But what I did is I put a paracord on here for my wrist, and I just hooked the sling onto the paracord like that. So I would carry this on my shoulder, kind of like that, and just let it hang. So that's actually pretty handy because this thing is just big and heavy. So this is definitely something that you want to carry in a vehicle. This is not something you want to have in your backpack for the most part when you're hiking. You want a lighter flashlight for hiking. But in a vehicle like a 4x4 or dirt bike, ATV, buggy, whatever, you have this stashed away somewhere on your vehicle and you're deep in the backwoods, you can have this extremely powerful spotlight at your disposal when you need to dominate the night. And that's what this really is designed for. Inside here, you'll see 4 LEDs. Those are CREE XPL-HI LEDs, and those are some of the most powerful LEDs you can have in a flashlight right now. The LEDs are set deep inside the head, as you can see there, fairly deep in there, and the reflector is a silver smooth reflector, and that's what helps throw the light out to 1,258 yards. It's got a crystal clear glass lens, which is actually fairly big. You're going to want to protect that. You don't want to crack that for sure. You know what I do is I actually carry this flashlight in an old camera bag because it's perfect for protecting a big flashlight like this. It runs off of 4 18650 lithium-ion batteries, 3400 milliamp. And as you can see, it's mounted in this carrier that you can insert either way. It doesn't matter. You can actually order this flashlight in 2 different tones of LEDs. You can get it in cool white or neutral white. And the difference between those is cool white is the harsher bright white light that kind of washes out colors when you shine it onto something in the dark. And neutral white is that more yellowish tone that brings out the actual colors of, you know, green and red and blue. You can see the colors a little bit more natural with neutral white. So it just depends on what you like. I like cool white because I just want the brightest, most harshest light possible. So this flashlight has a whole bunch of different modes, just like all the other Thrunite family of flashlights. It's got firefly, low, medium, high, turbo, and strobe. So let me go ahead and fly through some of the modes here for you guys. If you hold the button down, it goes straight to the firefly. As you can see, it's actually on, but it's very, very low. And that is 1.2 lumens for 57 days. Hold it again. It goes up to the next one, which is low, which is 90 lumens for 2.5 days. Hold it down again. Takes you to medium, which is 580 lumens for 9.5 hours. Then you have high, which is 1,700 lumens for 2.7 hours. And then to go to turbo, which is maximum output, 4,450 lumens, double tap, boom. 4,450 lumens. That's actually making my hand hot shining it on there. But that is unbelievable. And that'll run for 85 minutes, which is a long time for any flashlight on turbo. And that's the reason why you want 4 batteries, is to get that longer run time. Because you can get high lumens out of a smaller flashlight, but it just won't run as long. That's actually getting kind of hot. And then to go to strobe, you just double tap again, and that'll go for 1,100 lumens for 9 hours straight. So all through the night, basically, you can do that to signal somebody. Thrunite claims that this is IPX8 standard waterproof, which basically means this is waterproof down to 2 meters. They don't say how long you could submerge this, but I'm assuming that this will be okay if you just had it out in the rain for a little while, if you had it in some foggy mist, or if you accidentally dunk this in the river when you're trying to cross a river, you just dunk it and bring it back up. You should be perfectly fine. It's not a dive light, so I wouldn't be using this in the water for any extended period of time though. Thrunite says you can drop this from 1 meter high onto the ground and it'll still survive an impact. I wouldn't want to be dropping this thing because it's expensive and it is electronics. So those guys out there that like to beat up their electronics, I think you're crazy. You should still take care of your stuff, because if you take care of your stuff, it'll take care of you. So try not to abuse these things if you don't have to. It has built-in circuitry to protect the LEDs and the batteries from damage. It'll actually automatically step down the LED's brightness to protect the circuitry. So pretty nice. Now if you look right here on the mode button, there's actually a little LED I'm going to turn it on so you can see. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually flashing blue right now. And as you use this flashlight, you're going to deplete the batteries. It'll start to flash red. And that's basically a low voltage indicator telling you that the batteries need to be recharged. So that's a nice indicator to let you know how much battery life you have left. And as with all Thrunite flashlights, they always give you spare gaskets and O-rings. This one is a spare O-ring for the main threads here. And also on the mode button, there's a rubber gasket underneath this button here. And they give you a spare one as well. Alright, so let's take this beast out into the darkness. I'm going to show you what this thing can do. Alright, here we go. We're going to do firefly. You hold it down for 2 seconds. As you can see me. Up close, it doesn't blind you. You can actually look right down the flashlight without blinding you. Then we have low, which is almost like a normal flashlight here. Medium. Now you're reaching out 100 yards. Even on medium, you can reach out 100 yards, no problem. Medium, high. There we go. All right, so we're on high, and that thing reaches out. No problem on high. And turbo, you're going to double click, full, max lumens. There you go. 4,450 lumens. Lighting up the entire hillside. So this tree here is about 25 yards. It just totally whites it out. It's so bright, as you can see. Washes it out. This is so bright. And then that tree there is about 50 yards. As you can see there, extremely bright. You can see really clear. And then there's a wall out to 100 yards, as you can see there, 100 yards. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is my review of the Thrunite TN40S. If you guys are into search and rescue and you want something super powerful for less than 200 bucks, I think you should take a close look at this flashlight. Or if you're just a flashlight nerd who just wants to have a really powerful, eye-melting flashlight, this is a great option to have for sure. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button to support my channel. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to follow along and see what's next. And leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this video and what you thought about this flashlight. All right, guys, take care. Stay safe.